to use this. Hi, everyone. There you go. So, hi, I'm Lydia. I'm so pleased to be here on this very special day. The first time Women's Day is a bank holiday in Berlin, so this is fantastic. We get to finally use this day to self-reflect and to share, and I'm very happy because I'm here because of a woman whom I met, who's Delphine. I met her at a very deep point of, entrepreneurship. I was, very bogged down by all the difficulties as a single founder. And she helped me. She helped me see what was good about myself, about me, basically. She helped me see what needed to be changed as well, and that was very valuable. And so I'm extremely pleased to actually be here and be able to share my experiences with you today. So thank you, and happy Women's Day. So it's also amazing to come after all these amazing speakers and women who've been so successful, and I'm very honored. So what I'm going to talk about is basically my journey and share whatever I can with you. It's basically a journey from coming from a very long background in fashion, which is the mainstream, which is what dictates what we wear every day, what we feel, how we feel about ourselves even, unfortunately, and deciding to let all of that go and downsize, basically, go back to the drawing board and starting out on my own without all the comforts that I had at companies that I'd worked at before. So, and starting that, meaning I started swimwear. This is my first product that I decided to start with because I felt that we had to undress the woman to give her back her confidence. And I felt that in my field, nobody really cares about how women are going to feel when they are basically left to wearing a couple of shreds of fabric. And everybody designs for this beautiful 20-year-old woman who has perfect measurements, and no one really thinks about how do women actually feel when they have to undress. And every woman, I've never met one single woman who didn't feel terrible and who didn't feel like she was gonna be judged. So this is how it started. I decided this, and I realized after a while, I'm actually swimming against the stream. It's very hard. It's very hard to start your own company in fashion, especially if you're not going with everything, if you're not part of the mainstream, if you're not actually a follower. So basically, I grew up in Paris. I went to school there. I started working at the right company. I started working at Yves Saint Laurent. Everyone who's a designer was dreaming about that, and it was lovely. It was great. It really gave me all the tools. It gave me the guns I have today to be able to do what I'm doing. And basically, I had a career for over 10 years designing for the biggest houses, and realizing as a woman that as a designer, you're also supposed to look a certain way. You needed to fulfill certain beauty standards yourself. And when I finally climbed up the ladder and became creative director at Paco Rabanne, I realized very quickly that there was not that much support for a woman in that kind of role. I mean, we see it, most big fashion houses are led by men, unfortunately. And I thought, I have all this power, I'm gonna change everything. I'm gonna put, women of different ages, women of different bodies, I'm gonna put them on the catwalk, and I'm gonna design stuff that looks amazing on them, and I'm gonna empower them. And I very quickly hit closed doors because the management wasn't up for it. And it was about selling perfumes and remaining beautiful and desirable and aspirational, they said. And that was not the truth for me, because I felt I wanted to see different women. I want to be able to see women who look like my sister or my cousin or my best friend. I don't think that these young girls are everybody's role model. And basically, this is how it went. I couldn't do it there. I got a lot of disapproval. I got a lot of problems within the company, and decided that that was not the way I wanted to continue going. So I left Paco Rabanne. I left everything behind to nothing. I didn't find another job right away. I felt like I was just gonna let my mind go, just travel, think about what I want to do next. And this a year later, what happened was Rana Plaza. It was a huge catastrophe, and I think that that's something that changed the face of fashion and the face of how we deal with sustainability and with human rights in fashion completely. And however, body positivity was not really there yet. Nobody was really talking about it. But I wanted to make something happen. I had been dating a fellow designer who was always bullying me. As soon as I became successful in my work, he started bullying me, saying, "Oh, you're pretty, but only your face. From your waist down, you're fat," and telling me things like that. It was quite awakening in a way, because no one had ever said that to me in my family, and I sure know I'm not big. And I felt this very strongly. The fashion industry is giving us a completely wrong image of ourselves, and it's actually creating this image and perpetuating it on the streets and on all the billboards, on all the magazines, on the TV ads. We see these women who do not correspond to even 1% of what all women look like. So I decided, okay, this is it. I'm going to be doing something that will make women feel like they're listened to. I will do something that will actually I will design pieces that will be designed for different women and not one size fits all. So this was something that I felt I could change with my trade, and I had to do this the hard way, because doing this is not cheap. It's basically, I realized, okay, all the companies are not doing this because it's just more economical. And I realized I had to make more fitting sessions. I needed many more models to actually fit the styles to make sure it looks good, because something, a little triangle bikini looks fantastic on a size 0, but it doesn't look great when you have a D cup. So I wanted to make those women feel great. And so I did it. I kept my promise. I did all the hard work, and I paid for it, and I really started doing it and reaping the rewards. And this is what I started doing. I decided to start it with swimwear. So basically, it's not about one size fits all. It's about giving women the platform where they can actually choose something that will make them feel confident, something that will make them feel, okay, I don't need to shop at a different place just because I have a size 44. I can shop at the same place as my size 2 friend, and we're basically all the same. And this is the underlying message of what I was going to do and what I'm doing now. So with Phylyda, I've built a platform for women that empowers them, that through fashion and through this thing that actually we all wear. We all wake up in the morning, and who hasn't felt terrible about the pinching pants, about something feeling too tight, feeling like everybody can see it and everybody's only looking at that. So fashion is very important for all of us. And I felt that creating a solution through what I can do was my part of improving things for women. So it's all about making women at all ages, at all sizes, from all walks of life, feel good about themselves. And swimwear is only the beginning, and I want to take this much further. And so what I realized is getting the right people around you, getting mentors, putting yourself together with women who have similar ideas was something that really helped me realize my dream and realize the vision that I have for all of us. And I think that that's something that I can really recommend. And it's all about sisterhood, and it's all about really empowering each other to follow those dreams, and also not necessarily only that, but also giving each other the way to actually get there. And I think that this is amazing that we can do events like this, and I'm very glad to be able to share my story and to talk about this in more detail with whoever wants to later. Thank you so much.